players. On one not
from Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, El Paso, it's our man, 21, Armando, 21. And from the hill country of Texas, Austin, it's our man, Retrofit Sports, Hook 'em, it's Rue. And from Tucson, Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast is Kuiper AZ. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Micah 520. What's up? What's up? What's up? Special edition of the Cowboy Up podcast. Right now I'm solo, but everybody jump in when they can. Y'all know why I'm on here. Everybody knows why I decided to go live real quick. We had planned a live anyway today because we were doing our show. And dude, I'm out here on the West Coast. Number one, I'm out here on the West Coast. So I'm 2 hours behind Texas time. All right. So I'm at work. Actually, my last day at my current job at work, shooting the crap with everybody. And when your phone just start binging, 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 binging. First thing I thought of, hey, the Cowboys is signed Micah Parsons. The Cowboys is signed Micah Parsons. That's the first thing I thought of. So then I started getting text messages from the crew. Then I knew it was something terribly, terribly wrong. And I read the first text message I got, and I instantly said the magic words that everybody would say when they're shocked. Excuse my language. I said, fuck. That's what I said. I said, fuck. And the reason the big fella said it, I see you, Mikey. I'm bringing you up. Just give me a second. The reason I said it is because, let me explain it, because I got to go back from the beginning. I got to tell you from the beginning, because I wouldn't be true to myself if I didn't tell you how I felt from the beginning. Okay? So from the beginning, 2 years ago, I was on the trade Micah train. I was on that train. I even brought it up on this show. I said we should trade Micah Parsons. That's what I said. Okay? Last year, when Micah Parsons came back, and he played in the Cincinnati game, and Micah Parsons played like a animal possessed, I instantly then changed my mind on how I felt about Micah Parsons. I said this defense is absolutely null and voided without number 11 on the field. When 11 is on the field, the whole offense for the opponent has to change the way they do things. And the way they do things is based around blocking number 11. So my whole attitude changed about Micah Parsons. I was like, man, he is our man. He is our leader. There's nothing better than the lion on the field. And when I saw the compensation is what got me. Okay. The compensation of Micah Parsons was what got me. I know you'll never get the Herschel Walker deal again. I know that's, everybody has learned their lessons from that. But arguably, and this is arguably, the best defensive player in the NFL, who is Micah Parsons, gets traded for a number one next year and a number one for the year after and a defensive tackle. We already talked about Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith should have been cut, so you went and got a defensive tackle because your former number one pick ain't panning out. So you trade the best defensive player on your team for future number ones and a defensive tackle because your other defensive tackle who you drafted number one is not working. So I instantly said, fuck. I said, fuck. Now, while I was at work, I got calls from all over the country, even out of the country. I got calls from Hayward, California. I got calls from Vancouver, Canada. I got calls from St. Louis, Missouri. I got calls from New York City. I got calls from Houston, Texas. I got a lot of calls from the DF Dub. And the first person they thought of was me. Chris, we want your opinion. And I'm like, I can't give you my opinion. I'm still at work. I'm 2 hours behind Dallas, Texas time. But I'm here now. And I'm doing a quick little Chris tutorial real quick because I'm going to bring up Chop and Mikey real quick. But I wanted to get this out because I wanted y'all to hear me about this. Jerry Jones sometimes outthink himself. And he think, because I was listening to the press conference before I went live, he think what he did today was brilliant. He really believes that. But 95% of the Cowboy fans think he is a blooming idiot. And let me tell you why. Cowboy fans or Dallas fans, period, has already suffered losing Luka Doncic. The franchise of the Dallas Mavericks. We was already just barely getting over losing Luka. Think about it. The Mavericks lost Luka. We knew we was going to have Luka for forever. And less than 4 months, here come Dallas fans getting jabbed in the heart again. Jerry Jones said, hey, let's get rid of our best player on our team. And you like, we're playing the world champions on Thursday, who got one of the most dramatic offenses in the league with their running game and their wide receivers, and you give away our best defensive player for 2 number ones and a defensive tackle. 2 number ones and a defensive tackle for Micah Parsons. Fuck. That's what I got to say. That's what I got to say. It's fuck. I just don't know. Okay, let's just say it like this. And Chop and Mikey, I ain't forgot I'm coming to you. If you were gonna do this, why wouldn't you do this before the draft so you can get compensation that you'll see on the field this year? Get until we play in September. If you don't know, you play the Green Bay Packers. Guess who now plays for the Green Bay Packers? Micah fucking Parsons. And you don't think he's not going to show his ass off when he returns to the DF Dub. Oh, Jerry Jones is gonna have this beautiful tribute video thanking Micah Parsons for his service. You know how he's gonna thank us? 5 fucking sacks. That's how he's gonna thank us. Mikey, chop.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear y'all, man. I can
Chop,
hear. I had to
Big
get some
Mikey.
things off my chest real quick,
chop.
man. Yeah, y'all go right ahead.
Well, chop. I'll go first. Um, so I love that you're taking your stance where it is, and you got calls from Arizona. But it's funny that you're not answering calls for Arizona, but that's neither here nor there. Um, yeah. Um, this is unprecedented, especially for us, especially for our culture, because our arrogance, our star, our pride has taken a hit today because, like I said, yeah, Herschel Walker was a thing. This is kind of the equivalent of Charles Haley going to Eddie DeBartolo's office and pissing on his desk to end up in Dallas because this was very significant for Micah to actually get traded. Like we really thought it was the same circus, same soap opera another year. But this is very unorthodox for us. This is a territory that we're not used to, and my pride is shot. Kind of. I'm in Jerry's side with this. I'm in Jerry's side. Well, 100%, just because of him outing what Micah did and him negotiating by himself without his agent. Of course, Jerry tried to swindle and get Micah to negotiate without his agent, but it was up to Micah to say, "I'm not going to negotiate with you, Jerry. You got to talk to my agent." Just like Dak Prescott said, "You got to talk to Todd France because Todd France is better than David Mulugeta, obviously, because Dak Prescott got paid." But this is unprecedented. It's a shot in the nuts. You said fuck. I said what the fuck? Like what the fuck? Like this actually happened. It's Twilight Zone, and I get it. And we gotta press forward. I'm gonna respect Micah and understand the effect of Micah. What Micah did. What Micah did got Trayvon Diggs, 11 interceptions in one season. If you don't think that, watch the tape and watch the pressures and watch what he did to the defense for Trayvon Diggs to get those 11 or 12 interceptions like Everson Walls did in 1986. And then after that, to help Durant Bland set the pick six record. Like it's a whole team game, and that is a symbiotic thing with the pass rush and the interceptions with the DBs. We're gonna suffer, and it's gonna be a shot that we feel. We got to move forward, and we got to be optimistic. I believe it's two. It's Clark, 2 1s and a second, right? Pot, chop.
No, I think it's just two number ones in Clark.
I think it's a second as well. I might be
Oh
mistaken.
wow. Okay,
I
I have to
might be
go back and look
mistaken.
at it.
I might be mistaken. So, um, this is just weird for me. I honestly don't know how to act. It was a shock. I've been sticking up for Micah and what he brings, but now that Chris took that side, I'm taking the side of charity. There was something said, a line crossed, that we've never heard publicly that somebody didn't want to wear a star. And I get it. It was his only leverage in this negotiation, and all of a sudden, his back started hurting, and then he gets a second opinion, and we knew what was going to happen, and the dominoes and the collateral reaction that was going to happen. We knew that's the only way he was going to be able to have any kind of leverage because the football player union is one of the worst unions in pro sports, even in the country, signing a 10-year collective bargaining agreement where the owners have all the power, have all the money, and have all the leverage. So Micah comporting himself like a petulant kid was the only option that he had. So if you want to piss on Micah or get mad at Micah, that's the only leverage that he had. But this is a grim, awkward day as a Cowboy fan because we have never experienced anything like this. And Chris seen all 5 Super Bowls, and I don't think he's ever experienced this. And I've never experienced this. If you're a cowboy, you do what you do, and you get paid. And at the same time, they're paying them practically 50 million a year. Our cap space is 30 million. Now, looking at positivity, we could sign Pickens. So that's the way I look at it. Good luck, Micah. Thank you.
All right, Chop, go ahead.
Woo. Hey, Mike, I was about like you. It was like a punch in the stomach when I thought somebody was pranking me because I started getting all these calls left and right. And I'm like, man, y'all need to stop all that. Y'all listen to too much media. I had to go to my computer and I saw it, and I had to pause for about 30 seconds. And you know what I did? I said, you know what? Okay, now it's over. We can breathe because this stuff had everybody, basically by the balls. It had us all choked up and had us hanging on a situation. And I had to really sit and really think about it. I said, you know what? Regardless of who did it, why, and what for, if Michael would have stayed on this team after all this, there was going to be a divided locker room. I can almost assure you because he wasn't happy, and this wasn't about Michael and Jerry. To me, I looked at it. This was between Jerry and Mugaletta, and Michael was caught in the middle. Now I know a lot of people say Jerry, 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 but after hearing what I heard from Michael Irvin, and some more news that I grabbed, this really could have been avoided. This wasn't about money. This was about somebody's feelings getting hurt. And it sounded like the agent feelings got hurt because number one, Jerry said he didn't know him, didn't know who he was early in the year. And secondly, like Michael Irvin has stated today, who cares who started the negotiation? When Jerry told Michael to send the paperwork over to him, the man said, don't bother by sending it. Michael Irvin said himself, he said, it doesn't matter who started. He didn't ask you to sign it. He just asked you to look at it. You could have made some type of negotiation even from that. So this had everything to do with the egos on both sides of the ball. But you know what? I'm glad it's over, whichever way that it went. I'm glad because it wasn't gonna work after it got personal. Even if he would have signed him, this would have been a bad deal all the way around. And Chris, you probably was right about trading him earlier when you were saying that. I was like, don't do it. But after all this was the best out for the Dallas Cowboys. If we don't like it, it stings like hell. We all got jerseys because I got them, but
Yes.
this may be the best way out of this right now. Yeah, we know he's a heart and soul of that defense, but I want everybody to think about something. I want you to look at something. If you've been following training camp, they built this team as if Michael wasn't gonna be there. If you look at some of the edge rushes and the things that they did, and I was questioning some of it. I was like, wait a minute. Why they got two or three or four or five pass rushers of that caliber instead of the interior? Because they had a feeling. They knew something that may not work. And not saying that none of those guys are Micah. It's gonna take Micah, it's gonna take all those guys to fill Micah's position. You know what I'm saying? So even
Yeah.
though it stings and it hurt, I'm just ready to get to the football now. Let's Whoever's gonna be on the field, let's be on the field. And as I said, we're gonna look at the positive. Now we do have money. We've got a first couple of first round picks. We can ball it up any kind of way we want. We ain't got to
Yeah.
deal with that situation right now. And I'm just gonna have to suck it and eat crow because I'm a Michael Parsons fan. But in the sake of the star, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Well, Chop, but before you go, Papas, I want to really give Chris his flowers because Chris was on this, not this last spring, but the spring before. He said this,
Man.
and it sounded outlandish when he said it because we were over it. But he said that in his beginning monologue. But for real, Chris was on the trade Micah thing, and we do things for content, but for it to really happen, and he called it like
Right.
Chris called it.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
want
Hey.
I didn't want it to come true after after I changed my mind after last season, but appreciate that. But I want to hear Kuiper.
No, but I
You
thought
know,
about it. I thought
yeah.
like if we could go back to that episode and you actually saying it and then putting it, those words came out of your mouth, and that
Yeah,
was
Wow,
two
dude.
springs ago. It did. It really did.
I did say it.
Wow.
I did say it.
So you
I
didn't
need
mean to,
I
but you said it.
hey, I need to close my fucking mouth. That's what I need to do. Uh Kuiper, baby, give me your thoughts on this. Because I'm drinking.
Oh Lord, Jerry, what the fuck?
I said the same thing. What the fuck?
This is the worst run organization in the league. Holy crap. Trade Micah. Okay?
Hold on,
There's
bite
no
your
problem
damn
with that.
tongue, Cardinal fan, with
There's
that
no problem with
bullshit.
trading Micah. There's no problem with it. Okay? You don't have the cap space. You wanted picks. Fine. But do that shit in April. If you knew you weren't going to have the cap space for all your other players, you already didn't like him because he was loud and outshining your ego, Jerry. Trade him
Oh,
in April.
oh,
Well,
that's what you're gonna say? Because
Trade him in
no,
April,
no, no,
man.
no.
That's
That's something you can't predict.
malpractice. That
And
dude, come on. It was already festering. Jerry didn't like him. He never liked Micah. Come on. As much as he's gonna go in the news conference and say, "Oh, I love Micah. I have nothing bad to say about him." Dude, Micah's been outshining him every single week since he's been a Cowboy. And Jerry hates that shit.
son, I've taught you this game. I taught you to be eloquent. I taught you to look at X's and O's. I taught you to see people's behavior and to read vibes. You're wrong. You are you. Maybe this is something you're reading into too much. What happened and it got put out. And all right, do you think the locker room signed off on this?
No.
the locker room didn't know nothing about this, bro.
I
I,
honestly, things like this happen. Like, why didn't it's like kind of like how Tony Romo didn't get back when he got healthy after that Steeler game. The locker room speaks for itself. We all played football here, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's just a different cog. There was a and right now we're living it. When some lines are crossed, there's some things you just can't get
Yeah.
back on. You just can't get back. And I believe it wholeheartedly when Jerry did the car wash, when you know what I mean, he went on this podcast, that podcast, talking about the documentary, but at the same time outing Micah and what really happened, because at first it was the narrative that Jerry alienated the agent with the negotiation and did it like that. Micah had the opportunity, just like Dak did, to tell Jerry, speak to my agent. But I think, and this is exactly what happened. And Micah is confident, overzealous, overthinker, thought he could make business with a businessman and do that. And when he presented that to Mulugeta, it just didn't fly. And something happened. It went personal. Somebody said something. It's going to be a 30 for 30 one day, because this is honestly huge. This
Well,
is unprecedented.
this is my problem, Mikey, with what you just said.
Yeah.
Fuck personal when you're trying to win football games. Okay, you don't trade away the best fucking player on your team because it's personal.
He fired
Understand?
a coach. He
I
fired.
understand. I understand getting rid of Amari Cooper because it got personal. Okay, I understand that Amari Cooper wasn't the best fucking player on your team. Okay, he always say, man, we can be mad at each other, but we'll help. We're trying to win games here. This is not telling me you trying to win now. You're telling me you trying to win for the future. And even in the press conference, he said today, "Oh man, we can package these right now if we want to and trade
Yeah.
people." It's late. It's too late. I agree with Mike. If you was gonna do this shit, you supposed to do this shit well before April.
He fired Jimmy Johnson after winning the Super Bowl. This man
It
is,
got personal, and we ain't won shit since because it
yeah,
got personal.
and
Because
it
it got
did.
Hey,
personal.
I want to say this though, it didn't get personal just these past few months. He filed a grievance when they picked up his 5th-year option because he wanted to be paid as a linebacker, and Jerry Reed didn't like that. And I think the grievance is still actually going on right now.
But
This
it
this
doesn't an edge
personal
rusher get paid
issue.
more than a linebacker?
No, the 5th-year option was 24 mil for linebackers, 21 mil for edge rusher. So that's why he filed the grievance, because he wanted to be paid as a linebacker instead of edge rusher.
You
Thank
know
you.
what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
I love this. I
See
love
this.
this.
Okay. So here's the question: did Jerry trade Micah? Did Micah want to leave? Do you
He said
hold
he
a
wanted
player
to
that
leave.
don't want to be there? He said he wanted to leave. Do you hold a player who said, I just want to be traded? Those words meant something. Jerry already said, I'm not trading Micah. I can hold him this year, the next year, and the next year. His hands was forced. Jerry just didn't get rid of it. Michael wanted to go.
I think
So
Michael
I'm
wanted
just
to
And
saying,
go
you,
and at the
but it
same
was the
time,
turning point.
and at the same time,
huh?
Chris talked about the compensation, that it wasn't enough, and that's the a bad. It's a downside of being with the Cowboys, because the whole league knows what's in our mail, and
Yeah,
whatever, the
yeah,
whole league knows our mail. Like, they know our problem, they
yeah,
know everything. That's why we only got peanuts
right.
for Amari Cooper, and that's why I think we got shortchanged for Micah. But that's just like, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and this crown gets that shortchanged. As much as we are the Cowboys, as much business is business, they got what they got. Something happened. That something fundamental, something happened, and we never saw that. Like, maybe Troy
Right.
Aikman said that before social media, maybe Emmitt Smith said that or whatever, but we never saw it as public as it happened with Micah. And the way he put it, he put it, and it did sting. And like I said before, the collective bargaining agreement makes it for players to be petulant, because they don't have any kind of leverage. So removing their name on social media, um saying that, talking to the media, that they want to be gone and stuff like that, is the only way they could have any kind of leverage, and it makes them look like they are a antagonist, opposed to being a protagonist, and trying to be with the team. And that sucks for players. This sucks. This is actually a day we're gonna remember, because when we looked at our phones, we got that shitty feeling in our stomach. All of us did. No
Well,
matter what. And then
So
Cowboy fans, I can't stand Cowboy fans shitting on Micah. Like, you don't know football if you're shitting on Micah.
okay. Well, this I
so
got a
so let me
question.
ask you
I got a
something. Let me.
go
Okay.
ahead.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Chop. Go ahead.
So, just kind of moving away from it. What if the Cowboys go up and beat the crap out of the Eagles?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Nice. I
That
mean,
Dak Prescott is
What
9-4 against the Eagles. Numbers are numbers. Common denominator is the common denominator. Like, it's funny. It's funny how people want to leverage. Like, well, this no, he's never gone swept by the Eagles. He's always he's 2-1 against Jalen Hurts. Dak Prescott beats the Eagles. He beats the East, and I'm
but
gonna
he's
bank on
had
that.
super teams. Like he's had super teams. This is the worst roster he's had
Bite
in
your
some
tongue.
time.
What do you mean? What did George Pickens and C.D. Lamb with Jake Ferguson?
This is the worst roster, Mikey. Your
No,
defensive
it's
line,
not.
the defensive line just got decimated. Your corners
We
are
just picked
injured.
up. We just picked up a Pro Bowler in this deal.
A 30-year-old regressing DT.
So 30 years
30
old is
years
old
old.
now.
Yes, in the NFL, that is old. Especially because last year he didn't play good. He didn't play good last year at all.
My whole thing, Kuiper, you traded for a nose guard because your other number one pick didn't work.
Yeah,
You think about it.
I thought they were gonna
Think
get
about it.
Rashawn Gary. I thought they were gonna get the other Michigan. I
I mean,
wanted.
think about it. Think about it. Instead of cutting your damn number one pick, you trade away the best number one pick you ever had to trade for something to take the place of the number one pick. I'm confused. And back to answer your question, Chop, about did Micah want to leave or did Jerry just trade him or whatever? Okay. This is my thing with that. Micah always said he wanted to be a cowboy. Even his statement, I don't know if y'all read the statement and everything before he had
Hmm.
departed. He said, "Man,
Right.
I wore blue in college. I bleed blue. This is where I wanted to be." Okay, but when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Yes,
What happened?
sir.
What happened was Micah Parsons played the game better than Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones didn't like that bullshit. Okay, because somebody outplayed him in the media. Micah outplayed him in the media, even though Jerry Jones truly had the leverage because he could franchise him a couple more years. He could have, okay, but once it got personal, as Mikey said, Jerry gets in his feelings, like Mikey says, and the rest is history. Next thing you know, the fucking world. Hey, y'all done forgot about Taylor Swift and Kelsey.
Right? Isn't it? Didn't I just
but
tell you
he's an
this?
asshole,
I,
man. He didn't even give the Cardinals a chance to fucking with their jerseys, dude. Come
hey,
on.
hey,
So
Papas! Didn't I tell you that? But it was a total different. It's hilarious. We talked about this, right?
so
Yeah.
so what I'm saying is though, man, as Dallas a football fan, basketball fan, baseball fan, other than college football. And I'm a hometown. I'm born in the DF Dub, Stop Six, Texas, all fucking day. East Fort Worth. That's me. I'm
Yeah.
diehard.
Yeah.
I'm diehard to the way I was at work today. My last day at my job. Motherfucker was like,
Did they
man,
give you? Did they give you a cake?
you are truly a cowboy fan. This dude say every time I walk in, you got a different hat on. You always got on cowboy socks. You got this because this is my team. It's my team. So
No, it's mine.
when Jerry Jones just we've already been gutted with Luca. Like I said in my opening monologue.
Well, we
I'm
is
still
we
we
is
we
you.
we ain't talking about we talking about Dallas people. We're not talking about Arizona folks right now. Okay, you have one of the best basketball players in the earth. You still couldn't do shit. But anyway, we had we had the best young basketball player in the world, and we were just totally shocked that they traded him for nothing. And then you come back and trade your best player on the Cowboys for nothing. So
That's
Dallas
crazy.
Star, you about to trade? Texas Rangers, who you about to trade? Y'all gonna continue to trend the fucking gut of
Ovaldi.
folks? I'm like,
Well, Ovaldi got hurt, didn't he? And he's throwing like crazy. That's crazy.
well, Evaldi wasn't traded.
No, I mean like he got hurt though. Like Dallas
Yeah.
sports right now is hurting.
So okay, so we know about the trade. We know the compensation. I'm gonna start with you, Chop. Where does the Dallas Cowboys go from here? Because the season starts Thursday. What are you expecting now? Because my whole thing is who gonna get to the fucking pasture now?
Well, being that no one has seen his defense and what he built his defense, the way they built his defense and his Matt Eberflus, I think they're going to play as a unit. They're not going to play as several individuals. This unit is going to play like a unit. We're going to see something that we never seen before. Now, I would have loved for Micah to be the disruptive X-Man in that whole situation, but now those guys know there ain't no demand on that team. They have to all come together and be one defense at one time. And I do believe they're going to do enough to win this game. Because if they win this game, Jerry Jones is going to look like something else. If they lose this game, we're going to continue this conversation until they win.
Wow.
All right, go ahead, Mike.
Well, the way it sounded, Chop, it sounds like you're trying to like speak something into existence. It sounds it sounds good and dandy. We could say that about the offense because we don't know what the offense is, but pretty much what the defense is without Solomon Thomas, but we already know what it kind of looks like and what it is. Our linebackers are going to have to compensate for the lack of our interior rush. DTs, right, Papas? DTs, three tech,
Right.
one tech. And it's going to be tough sledding. At the same time, we want to be positive. Why not? We're all undefeated right now. It's just an an unorthodox, or this is just territory that we're just not used to. I'm still punched in the gut. I'm still in the what the fuck, because the way Chris put it, like, who the hell, like, shit. It's got to be scheme 100%, but you need that X factor. You do need that X factor. And Demario Overshown might be that dude, but he's not going to be on the team maybe till middle of November, late November. And that's what, 10 games until then. We could be out of it by then. So it's going to be a hell of a coaching job by Eberflus. And we'll see if Jerry is right. And fuck them Eagles.
All right. So Kaiba, I kind of got some idea, but what are you going to be expecting now? Because number 11 is gone.
Dude, the whole plan for this Cowboys defense was score a lot of points and get to the quarterback. Make them pass because you're up, and then get to the quarterback. Now that plan has just gone to shit. Donovan Ezraku, rookie, he looked bad in preseason. Okay. Marshawn Elam, he's a run stopper. He's not a pass rusher.
He's
Now
good
the
though.
main pass rushers are Houston,
Fowler.
Dante Fowler, and Sam Williams, who's coming back from an ACL. In the NFL, that is below average pass rush. Okay? In terms of quality, that is below average. Kenny Clark last year had a below 60 overall PFF grade. He's past his prime. He's regressing. He's not a good DT anymore. Is he better than what any nose tackle that the Cowboys have right now? Yes. Maybe he can provide some sort of improvement to the run defense. But going into week 1, week 2, week 3, maybe even week 4, the corners are Elam, Bland, and then whoever they just picked up from on the free
Trayvon
agency
Diggs.
from waiver wires.
Trayvon
Trayvon
Diggs
Diggs
is
is still
active. He's
injured.
active. He's active. What are you talking about? He's on the
They're
active
not gonna
roster.
play in week 1 just because they activated him. He's not going to play week 1.
Well, we
That's
will
way
see
too
when it
soon.
happens.
That
And
is
you're
way
sleeping
too
on
soon.
Houston. You're sleeping on James Houston.
James Houston, okay, maybe I'm sleeping on him. But still, on the other side, it's still below average. This defense just went from average, possible, above average, right?
Yeah.
So now it's just below average defense. Period. I'm
Shit.
sorry. That's the truth
Shit.
of
I
the
know
that's
it's
the
the
truth
truth.
of it.
Woo.
Micah
Wow.
Parsons,
Woo.
last year this defense was dog shit without him. We saw that. The only improvement this year is gonna be the linebackers, and then you have no Micah Parsons again.
Big fella, before you go, can
Mm.
I say something that we could all, like, pretty much feel like? Do you remember how we felt before we got George Pickens? Like, when we
Yeah.
I would say that this was gonna be a rebuild year
no, but
before
listen,
Pickens.
listen. Do you remember that feeling that we got that we didn't get McMillan right, and then but when we got Pickens, it it put us in the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Losing Micah kind of puts us in the fringe of the conversation right now. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yes.
This is a
I
different kind of depression.
Absolutely.
I'm
There's the Pickens trade means nothing now.
Hey, and you know
Well,
what,
well,
Kai?
well, wait a minute.
Go ahead, Chop. Go ahead.
Now, I mean, I don't know. I can't really say that. Yeah, Micah was our best player. But every time something like this happened on a football team, somebody we never least expected shows up. And I just have it for some reason I feel like somebody is getting ready to show up. And I truly believe that. I think the culture that these guys have right now is going to make these guys play on something that we can't even imagine right now. Now, on paper, we looking like, oh, hell no. But as a football player, when your best guy went out, that ramped up everybody else. Now, I don't know how long it's going to do, and we all played. And when that guy went out, we got tougher. We got
Chopper.
stronger. We got more determined. Talk to me.
I wish you were my AA sponsor with your positivity.
Man. Yeah.
We- I
You
got to do
stupid.
it some kind of way, man. Because
No,
we'll
and you
be
know
mad
what?
at we ain't gonna be able to
I
sleep
love your
tonight.
energy. No, I love your energy. You're making this show. You're making this show a show because it's not all gloom and doom, but like I said, it's just territory that we haven't been on. We haven't.
Well, I think it is gloom and doom. I think it is, man, because
Mm.
Say it ain't
sometimes,
so, big fella. Not
man,
you.
sometimes, you know, organizations do have to think about their fans too. Okay. I know this is a business. We already know that. We know Jerry Jones is the great business guy. He makes money. The Cowboys are the most valuable franchise in the world. We all know that bullshit, right?
That's crazy.
We all know that.
That's so crazy.
But when you gonna do something for us, bro? We all got we I started a podcast because I love the Cowboys. I wanted my voice to be heard too. Chop got on TikTok because he loved the Cowboys. Mikey, got on to doing the same thing. Everybody, we all did this because we loved it. Well, other than Kuiper, he don't really give a shit about
No, Kuiper needs to do his Kuiper nees to do his Cardinal podcast. I don't know what the heck he's
I
doing.
don't know what he's waiting on either. But anyway, what I'm saying is sometimes, man, I think Jerry Jones absolutely don't give one shit about how we feel as Cowboy fans because
Oh,
y'all know Mikey asked me the other day, do I work at a Lids? Yeah, Cowboy Lids store. But
dude, it looks like it.
hey, but it's funny though, last year I did not buy one hat. Not one. And you know why I didn't buy it? Because I thought that Jerry didn't give a fuck about us, right? So I started this year off. I said, man, we're coming back. We got people healthy. I think Jerry actually gives a fuck when he went and got George Pickens, and I started buying my merch again. I'm excited. I was excited. I was buying my merch again. I was ready to rock and roll. Got fresh new cowboy up t-shirts. We ready to roll.
Yes, sir.
And then 1 week before the fucking season, we just got uh,
But
uh.
that's crazy that you say it like that because he did give us a whole week for us to eat it, digest it, and eventually get over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this isn't like the way they hired Schottenheimer on a Friday night dump. You know what I mean? No, he's giving us a whole week to eat this shit salad and try to be optimistic. Chopper, our sponsor. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling weak, and I need that strength. You're in Atlanta. We need that Holy Ghost. We need that Tyson chicken. We need that. We need that lemon pepper. But like the gloom and doom, like it's just a punch in the gut. It's something that we were already saying that this was gonna happen, and oh no, it's just Jerry being Jerry, and this is the way they operate. But for this to happen, like this actually happened, like it's not, everything is possible, but in a way, this is something that was so far fetched to me that wow, like
Hold on. Joe, my man, Saint, one of my many calls that I answered today. Joe, The fucking link is up there. Get your ass on because you have a different opinion.
I
Click the
love Joe.
fucking link, Joe, and
Is
get
that
your
St. Louis
ass.
Joe?
Yeah, that's St. Louis Joe. Joe,
Is he trying to say that this was a good thing?
hey, I
Hey.
want y'all to hear Joe's side, okay?
No,
'Cause
Joe. The thing about
Man.
Joe's from St. Louis. He's his man cave. His perspective. He got a good life. His smile is white. Like let's get some sunshine in here, please, Joe. Save us.
Hey, hey. Do y'all know this roster's not over, right? Y'all know
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not. Something Jerry might do something that's gonna reel the Cowboy fans right back. It might be a mid-season trade or a buy, because I'm telling you, he damn sure got the money now to do something. And if that
What,
fan base start leaning
Charles
and they
Haley
start
coming through
winning,
that door?
He shouldn't though.
not this year, maybe next year, but oh, they're my man. They're my man. Let me just
Hey
start right
man,
there.
hey,
They're my
is
man.
that Joe? Is that
Cowboy
Joe?
corner in the building.
No,
No.
no, that's corner. That's corner. That's corner.
I called
CC in the
corner. He
building,
didn't
baby.
answer.
I was at work.
No, but
Go ahead.
to
Come
rebuttal
on,
you, Charles,
Sanchez.
he shouldn't.
Come on,
They
Sanchez.
shouldn't make any
Let us
move
have it,
anymore.
Sanchez.
Who likes to trade? Raise your hand.
Who likes what?
He
Who
said, "Who
likes to
likes to
trade? Raise your
trade?
hand.
Raise your hand."
Oh shit.
Not it. 1, 2, 3. Not it.
So
Hell no.
I guess I'll have my hand raised then. Can y'all hear me just fine?
Really?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
50
well, we can
million
hear you.
is steep. 50 million is steep.
We can hear you.
All right. 47 average per year. He's making 62 million. Now remember this, guys. Remember this.
Dak
If you
Prescott's making
wanted
that much.
Dak signed, you picked Dak Prescott over Micah Parsons.
That's
The moment
beautiful.
you wanted Dak Prescott signed, this is what happened. You cannot
Collateral
have
damage.
a. Can I talk, Mikey?
It's
You
called dub.
cannot
It's a dub.
have. You cannot have a $60 million, a $30 million, and a $47 million guy on this team at once. It's impossible. And then you got Deron Bland, you got Tyler Smith, you got Brendan Aubrey, you got George Pickens. They're all going to come up due for a contract after this year. Who are you going to let sacrifice out of those four guys for this one? Sometimes you got to let the big guy go. And guess what? Micah Parsons wasn't a big guy. Micah Parsons, how many playoff sacks does he have? How many
But
clutch
his
sacks does
pressure,
he have? The guy,
but his pressure,
God dog it, Mikey.
but his pressures
The
were high
guy
in the
has,
playoffs.
oh shit. The guy has 52 sacks in 4 years. 10 of them came from the low-life Commanders before Dan Quinn got there. Let me say that again. 10 and a half of those sacks out of the 52 came from the low-life Commanders before they got to the NFC Championship game. Look, we got 2 first-round picks coming, and we got Kenny Clark. We wanted run stopping. We got run stopping. But look, the trade is perfect because now Pickens, Tyler Smith, Brandon Aubrey, Deron Bland, they all can now be Cowboys. I don't want a guy on this team that doesn't show up when he's supposed to show up. I need you to be, if you're this big time $47 million guy, you have not shown me that you were a $47 million guy. And then to cap it off, and I'm almost done. He wrote a 4-page thing on Twitter saying he don't want to be a Cowboy.
Right.
You can't make somebody do what they don't want to do. Micah didn't want to be here. Micah said, I'm here for my teammates. I ain't here for Jerry. But guess what? As soon as he said that trade request, that lets you know he was in it for himself. He wasn't in it for his teammates. He wasn't in it for Jerry. He was in it for himself. And then he went on a plane yesterday to get a second opinion. That second opinion, you know what that was? That second opinion was $188 million saying you're okay. Because that back stiffness magically just went away at the drop of a contract signing. Micah Parsons is a fraud. Micah Parsons is no longer a Cowboy. Micah Parsons is dead to me. It's time to move on from this distraction. And Cowboys Corner is at peace with this trade because we can get better now.
Do you know what, Cowboy? That was a badass take. I got to give you props. I really do got to give you props on that because we do have rich people problems, but it doesn't mean that this does not suck, and this does suck.
Well,
Are you happy
No, it
with the
don't.
compensation?
I want to say
Yes.
this. When you were mentioning stepping up in big performance, when the fuck did ever DeMarcus Ware step up in big performances? He did the same damn thing. DeMarcus Ware used to get sacks in the first half of every fucking game, but when we needed him to get the big sack at the end of the game, he didn't. That fucker's in the Hall of Fame,
The
and everybody
Saints?
loved
What are you
him.
talking about? The
Okay,
09 Saints?
dude.
Hey,
You
but
talking
big
about
fella.
one?
09
You talking
Saints?
about one? You talking about one game, Mikey? We said in big
But
games. Okay, so
that
in
was
playoff games, when did you see DeMarcus Ware get big sacks? He didn't. So all I'm saying is, corner. Now, I love that you got a different opinion. A lot of people agree. I've seen people that comments on TikTok and they're agreeing with you. But my whole thing, this is my problem though, corner. You named about all the people we do have. Okay, well, that may be a Jerry mistake or when they did that, but the best player on your fucking team was number 11. The best one, and that is no argument. So when you let the best player walk for nothing, that's when I have the problem. And I know he's dead to you now because he's not a Cowboy. But bro, the facts is the facts. Number 11 was the best fucking player, and your conversation was shit for him.
oh, I love this. I love this. I fucking love this. This is fucking fun. Get him. Go,
Well,
corner.
first of
Go.
all, I love that you brought up DeMarcus Ware and that DeMarcus Ware didn't step up. Why would you want to make the same mistake again? We learned in 4 years. His ass is
Ooh.
gone. We don't
We,
have to
we
worry about a DeMarcus Ware situation again, big dog. We don't
well,
have to worry about a DeMarcus Ware situation again.
my thing
Wow.
is to get in the fucking playoffs and let's see.
We went 3 years in a row. We seen.
We-
So you saying
I
are
know
you
I'm
saying
going.
Mike? You saying Micah didn't step up in none of those playoff games? You saying that?
Mike, tell me a tackle Michael got that stopped the run. Tell me a sack that Micah got that was influential in the game. I'll wait.
Against Tom Brady. Tom Brady. He sacked Tom Brady, and he
That
let
was week one
his pressure rate was high.
against the 9-7 Tampa Bay.
Against Tampa Bay, against the
I
Niners.
this is what I don't understand now. I
Don't
you
be.
know Corner, I love your takes, but this is what I don't understand. Why all of a sudden we turn as Cowboy fans? Now he's the shittiest thing we ever had in our life. You saw the difference in what Micah Parsons did. Just go back to one fucking game I keep bringing up. The fucking Cincinnati game when everybody in the world knew we weren't gonna make the playoffs. And guess who was the best fucking player on the field? Can anybody tell me who the best player on the
Jamar
field
Chase. Jamar Chase.
The best player on the fucking field was was Micah Parsons, the best player on the field.
What game you referencing?
Cincinnati.
Oh,
That was awesome.
look,
I still don't understand how you can like the compensation though.
Yeah.
it's 2 first. What else can you get?
But they're 2 late round firsts.
Well, but the
But
thing is,
you don't
how do you know that?
you don't
How do you
know
know
that.
that? You don't know
Because
what
the
you don't know
Packers
what the
have been
lines are going to
in
be.
the 20s. They've been in the 20s the last 6 years.
But attrition
you
is
know
a part of the game.
Micah,
But attrition is a part of the game. How do you know that
Hey,
that they're gonna lose? They're not gonna lose their quarterback, and they're gonna fucking tank the rest of the
because
season.
they
You don't
have
know that.
great coaching. Ever since
I love
LaFleur has
LaFleur.
been there,
I love
even
LaFleur.
yes,
no.
ever since he has been there, they haven't picked below 20. Jordan Love
I
has
do
gotten hurt.
like.
Their defense has gotten hurt. Their wide receivers have always gotten hurt.
I like the way Mike is compartmentalizing, going forward, and just being a man about shit, and just letting go and going forward. I like that shit. Sometimes
But
you got to
but
do that shit.
but if you're gonna If you're going to be our player personnel department on the Cowboy Up podcast, as a viewer, you got to know who the Cowboys drafted in late rounds. Travis Frederick, Dez Bryant. These are guys. These guys were that was late round picks.
Late round picks. They went forward
in the first round.
So you just contradicted yourself.
Wow.
You said late round, but then a first round isn't a late round.
A late first round.
Oh, okay.
Late first round. Come on now, Mikey, get with the program.
Compartmentalized.
Hey, so I'm so with Kuiper on the conversation. Like I said, okay, you trade the best player on your team. All right. I expect a lot more for that, man. I just think it was trash compensation. I heard that Tampa Bay was offering even more. They was offering Villa a running back and 2 first rounds. So if you're gonna trade him, wouldn't you put Villa right there as a fucking stump in the fucking middle? Where you
in the press conference, Jerry said that was the number one priority. Trading him to a team that'll give them a run stopper.
But the thing is, they traded him to Green Bay. Like,
look,
it's kind of sacrilegious a little bit.
There's going to be rumors about what team was doing what. No one's going to tell you what they offered. Maybe in 5 years, maybe then. But right now, I doubt that from the Buccaneers. I highly doubt that from the Buccaneers.
I don't doubt though that there wasn't a team that offered better.
No, because Micah, the thing is, like I said earlier, they read our mail. That leverage is gone for them to give them. It was a no win situation, and that's just a part of being the Dallas Cowboys.
Even that though, there are teams that are desperate for edge rushers. Shit, when Khalil Mack got traded, the Bears had no leverage either. And they still got a very good package for him.
No, the Raiders got a good package, but they didn't do shit with it.
That was why I don't like this either.
This sucks.
Go ahead.
Regardless of who. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Chop. What were you saying?
I said that was going to be my next point. You know, they traded the biggest, baddest linebacker in the NFL. And he went from being that dog to nothing.
He was still a dog with the Raiders. He was a dog with the Raiders. He was an all-pro at 2 positions with the Raiders.
Okay. He was all right, but he faded away. He didn't make a difference in that. He just stacked up his own. He just did his own stats, and he got his own stats up, and that was about it. He didn't take the team no further than he took the team that he left.
Because they were the Raiders.
And where did the Raiders go?
Because they were the Raiders.
But he went to the Bears.
He's just a good player.
But he went to the Bears.
And they didn't go nowhere either.
Because they suck. The Raiders and the Bears suck. Everybody else sucks. It's all about the Cowboys. F-U-C-K, fuck them Eagles.
I'm just saying, as much as I hated the trade, I'm not gonna lie, and it hurts my heart because we fell in love with a player. But you know, CC may be kind of right about what he's saying about a couple of things. I just don't think it would have went well even if he would have been on the team. And I think they got something good for him. Now,
somebody needs to mute their feedback, please.
To certain people. Oh, maybe. Hold up.
Someone got their TV on.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is it me?
I think so.
You think it's me? No, I don't have nothing else on. Yeah, I just, it's just a bad thing, man. I don't see where it would have worked if he got there. I just thought it would have divided the locker room, even if they would have paid him and brought him back in. I think, some players that was on point with him, and certain players that probably wasn't on point with him. I'm glad that we just can start a regular football team now and go and do what we're gonna do.
Can I say something about the locker room though?
Yeah, go ahead.
wasn't Michael always bad for the locker room?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, hasn't he created the vision? Like, D Law was a respected veteran in the locker room, right?
Yeah.
And he had beef with
Yeah.
Micah, serious beef with him.
Now they're both gone.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
not like Micah was always good for the locker room.
That's true. They did. But they did. They did have
Yeah,
beef.
they did have
Go,
beef now.
no, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's all I was saying. Yeah, they did have beef, you bitch.
But who,
I turned on D Law when he went on TV and said they was tied. That shit pissed me off. So, it don't
but
every
but
every ever since he said that, hey, just like
and
like Cowboy Corner said, Mike is dead to him now.
he was dead.
D Law was dead to me as soon as he said he was tired. So
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, then who is the leader of the defense now? Is it gonna? Is it Sanborn?
Sanborn.
Oh yeah. White Lightning.
A
I
rookie
mean,
linebacker. Damn.
no,
Sanborn
Sanborn
is
ain't
not
no
a
rookie.
rookie.
He's not a rookie.
No.
But,
Okay.
no,
My
he
bad.
played for the Bears last year, bro.
And
Okay.
Demarion. I like
I'll tell you who the
Demarion when he
leader
gets
is.
it.
The
I'll
chat
tell you who the leader is.
the chat on TikTok said Osa.
No, Osa's not the leader. I'll tell you who the
Mm-mm.
leader is. There's only
Who?
one guy that bucked to Micah Parsons last year, and that guy's name's Malik Hooker. He told him instead of trying to fix this run
Oh,
defense,
Let him
stop
cover
going,
first.
stop running to your podcast. Malik Hooker, that'd be the leader. Then Sanborn, and then maybe Osa, maybe.
Let Malik Hooker cover somebody first before he's that dude, though.
He's a free
Honestly.
safety. He don't have to cover nobody.
Yeah, watch that Patriot game. Um,
Right, just because the guy in
Malik
front of him didn't
Hooker.
do his job. A free safety is the last resort now. Come on now. And
mhm.
guess what? If
Hey,
I
Malik
just
Malik.
Hooker
watched
was
James
your
Washington. I just watched
Malik,
James Washington on this documentary, and I miss James Washington, and he's underrated as hell. Hey, big ups, salute, James Washington. Damn, I miss you, James
Malik
Washington.
Hooker was your best run defender.
That's
Oh,
bad.
Damn.
what? Malik Hooker
That's
was
bad.
your best run defender
Yeah, that's how you know the run D was bad.
because one guy was focused on the run, one guy was focused on a podcast. That's the difference between the two.
Mike, you know what, Mike? I love your takes. Sometimes your analysis and your information and your research is on point. But when you get petty and you get personal, it really dilutes how badass you really are. It really does. So a backhanded compliment to you, bro.
You would rather say, you know what, Mike? He instead of swallowing your pride and say, you know what, Mike? He was the best run defender. How can we get better? Oh, we got Kenny now, Kenny Clark. We got him now, Mike, and we traded away Mike. And we got, but no, I don't like the draft compensation. I don't.
I didn't say
You
that.
want one? You want one thing fixed, but you don't like the thing that fixes it.
You obviously don't listen to me at all.
I really don't,
And then now I
Mikey. I
know
really
how
don't.
narcissistic you are because you, I listen to you, but you don't listen to what I say. That's contrary of what I say. Because, like I
Mikey,
said
you know how I know you
yesterday,
don't listen?
listen, I'm talking.
Because you do this
When we
right
were
here.
talking
Whenever
about,
you talk, whenever I talk, you interrupt. See, that's how I know you don't listen. See how that works?
so when we were talking about our roster, right? It can't be all good. It can't be. And we said this yesterday. It's like bigger and blacker with Chris Rock. You want a diamond dick, but you look at it like it has flaws. Nothing's ever perfect. Ever perfect. And that's just the way this roster is. That's the way football is, and that's the way it is in this cap.
But now there's absolutely nothing good.
Push us forward, please, papas. Please.
Man, so let's start wrapping this up because our fantasy draft is actually going to start in 35 minutes. That's why we were actually going live today, and I just realized I got the number 2 pick. I hate you, Kuiper.
Who has the picks?
Oh,
What's their
actually,
draft
I don't
order?
think it's set. It's not
Oh,
set. Right
It's
oh,
not
before
it's
the
set
not
yet.
draft,
set.
it'll set.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, I didn't want that damn number 2 pick, but anyway. Uh, but
It's
anyway,
a
man,
snake draft.
I want some. I need some fire final thoughts on this. We're gonna start with Chop. Chop, give me. You can take all the time you want. Give me your final thoughts on this, baby.
My final thought is, although this thing did happen today and it's a gut punch for us, especially Cowboy fans, and we're a fan of a player, but I do believe in so hardly that one man cannot control this entire team. This is a team game, 22 players, to include the rest, and it has to be about the star. And I'm just gonna have to digest it. Like I said, I'm a Michael Parsons fan. I can take it to a spot in the basement right now and show you just how much I'm a Michael Parsons fan, but that's not what it is right now. It's an unfortunate situation that happened. I do think we are going to learn how to play as a team, though. And even though we don't have the X factor with us, we still have an offense that can keep up in games. And our defense just have to play sound football. We may not have a whole bunch of takeovers and takeaways and interceptions. We just have to play sound football and let our offense do what we have to do. I do remember the New Orleans Saints winning the Super Bowl, I think in 2007, with the number 22 ranked defense, but they had a hell of an offense. So it can happen. We just, it's just a hurt feeling for Cowboy fans right now, but this too shall pass. Holla at your boy. Miss Point Man, definitely putting it down. What's your point?
I feel you, brother. Kuiper, give me your final thoughts on this, brother.
The compensation to me was not enough. They're two late first rounders on old regressing DT. Okay. That's number one. Number two, this Jerry made it so much personal, way too personal. Then Micah went too personal, and then the agent got personal. All of it could have been avoided. But at the same time, Cowboy Corner is right. You
Yeah.
weren't going to have enough money for any of the other players if you signed them. But Jerry knew that ahead of time. Any competent organization knows that ahead of time. That's why in April, he should have been traded instead of all the way up to right now. There would have been it would have been such a better trade offers. You could have gotten a top 10 pick for him. Teams would have been willing to give way better. Malpractice is the word of the day for Jerry Jones.
I fucking love you. Gordo, give me your final thoughts.
So when I buy jerseys, my biggest rule is to you buy jerseys of guys I watched play as a little kid. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. I broke this rule. I broke this rule with Michael Parsons. I have a Michael Parsons jersey. It's the only jersey I have of a kid that I'm older than. And I, as much as this sucks, as much as this is actually, this is a day in Cowboys history. Just like how Tom Landry got fired and people hated Jerry for that. Um, just like when Jimmy Johnson, uh, resigned March 29th, 1994. This day is one of those days. This is something that doesn't happen to this organization. This is something that is new to us, and it's humbling. At the same time, uh, we got to go forward and compartmentalize. It is what it is, and the season goes no matter what. And thank you, Micah, for your contributions. And it's always the star, all the time. Dallas Cowboys for life.
All right. So, Cowboy Corner, give us your final thoughts on this.
Yeah, look, Jerry has been criticized for keeping players on the team too long. Big fella brought up a point of DeMarcus Ware. When has DeMarcus Ware ever stepped up? It took us a long time to learn that. And I'll be damned if we do it again with Micah Parsons. This is gonna open up the defense. We got Donovan Ezaraku. We got Dante Fowler, who had 13 sacks. We got Marshawn Nealon, another second-round pick coming to his own. Now he don't have the weight of trying to mimic and trying to follow in the footsteps of one of Michael Parsons. He can go out and do his own thing now. Then you look at Sam Williams. All right, I was out on Sam Williams, but now Sam Williams has an opportunity to make himself established here on this team now. We don't have to worry about Micah Parsons getting his ass whipped on one side of the ball because he's too stubborn to move to the other side. He's too stubborn to play in the middle. He keeps going time and time again, the same side, same thing, doing the same thing over and over and getting nowhere. So now we get to rotate defensive ends. Now we get to actually have a powerhouse. Now we get to actually have some people show their full potential instead of Micah playing on the same side, getting beat time and time and time and time again. Matt Eberflus gets to call plays freely. We don't have to have the debates on is he an end or is he a linebacker? He's a Packer now. That's right. And I'm going to say this right here. There's one sentence, there's one thing missing in Go Pack Go. It's go pack your shit and get out. That's what's missing. And Micah just fulfilled that sentence. Instead of go pack go, it's go get your shit packed and go. Yeah. Yeah. People are free now, big fella. Kuiper, Mikey, Chopper, people are free now.
You're wrong. You're wrong with him moving around. Like you're freaking wrong. He was in the middle. He was wherever he could rush
Mikey,
everywhere. You're so wrong with that.
Mikey, too many games.
You're wrong.
One
You're
side
wrong.
and not moving, Mikey. Too many games. More times than none.
Mikey,
You're wrong.
Mikey, it was his final thoughts, Mikey. It's his thoughts. Okay. That's why we call them final thoughts. Anyway, let me go. Hey, the big fella is turning off all his notifications from now on because every time I get a notification, there's always something negative about the Dallas damn Cowboys, and it's irritating the hell out of me. Look, man, Micah Parsons earned my respect. I respected Micah Parsons. I respected what he did for the Dallas Cowboys. I saw for my own eyes that we had a game changer, a generational defensive end, linebacker, whatever you want to say he was. We had him on our team, but we do not have him anymore. So my thing is, Jerry Jones, you made the move. What's your next damn move? Is it going to be something positive that we can go back and say, as Cowboy fans, thank you, Jerry. Okay, we see what you were thinking now. Or we're going to go back and say, once again, your fucking ego got in the way of us winning. Which one is it going to be? So I'm curious to find out because Thursday is rapidly approaching. And when I thought the team that we were going to field this year, especially with Micah Parsons being healthy, Dak Prescott being healthy, with us getting George Pickens, I felt that we had weapons good enough to win the East and get into the playoffs and make some noise. Now I am truly concerned on the defensive side of the ball about who is going to rush the fucking passer. Give me the answer. I don't want assumptions and assuming who's going to get there. I want to know who's going to actually fucking do it. That's my problem with this trade because you got picks for later on, but who's going to get to the quarterback this year? That's the big fella final thoughts. Guys, I do appreciate y'all hopping on to this makeshift live.
Melancholy.
We were going to go live anyway because we're going to do our fantasy draft in 25 minutes, but we had to get on here and talk Micah because this is big news. So we just couldn't let the day pass without this conversation. So we're gonna take about a 20-minute break, and we're gonna come back live, and we're gonna do this shit all over again, but we're gonna have fun this week. We ain't gonna talk about Micah. Okay. So man, like the big fella always say, man, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Puro pinche Cowboys. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Peace.
Let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE. Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Yeah, what's up to them? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. I'm excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I see it.
Hey man, hey,
Videos, dancing.
hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, hey man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up. Yeah. In this first day of pads. Say man, you know, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to spread shit and eat wings and
Motherfucker sprint.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mike. You ready?
In 5 years.
Calm down, Mike.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
You to come out with that Waterburger in and out, right?
That was we kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing to that song, but it's like this is Drake, you know, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. Don't forget to like. If you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.